Good afternoon and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's my very great pleasure to invite you to sit back and enjoy what's going to happen over the next hour and a half, even though I'm guessing most of you at the front haven't a clue what's going to go on. Before we go any further, you've just heard one of this country's finest organs being played by one of this country's finest organists, the Assistant Director of Music here at Cathedral, Geoffrey Makinson. And like all good cathedral organists, a shy, retiring fellow behind the curtains. My name's Andrew David. That won't come as a surprise to some of you here because I've had the privilege and pleasure of teaching some of you over the last 3 years. I'm the managing editor of Siren FM, the community radio station at the university. So having had a career in broadcasting, the university thinks I can strangle words. And so they put me up here to try and put your minds at rest. But first, I want to talk to everybody else who's come in out of, well, it was pouring with rain this morning. Good job you weren't here. It's a lovely, almost dry day. So let's say hello to everybody at the back. I don't know why you bothered to get dressed up. Let's try that again. Hello. That's better. Too much of a liquid lunch, I think. The magic thing is, we are not just live here in the cathedral. We are live around the world. We are live streaming this ceremony all over the world. So, to the friends who've come, hello, welcome. I notice that you've been using your wonderful photographic devices. Word of advice, please, if you are going to take photographs during the ceremony, particularly the graduands moving across to become graduates, please do not pop out your seats like that. If you have to take a photograph from the back, then just like that and down. There's plenty of time later for setting up photographs here, and we have professional photographs which you can find out all about in the castle grounds later. And now a word of warning to everybody, both at the back and the front. The last thing we want is this beautiful acoustic to resound to somebody's ringtone. So this is going to be a bit of a strange thing to talk to you guys, because you've probably been Twittering, Facebooking, Instagramming, WhatsApping, all of that stuff, saying, look, I'm here, I've done it. This will be a really good time to let the rest of the world wait and to find that magic button that I doubt whether any of you have seen since you took the phone out of the box. It's the on-off button. That is the safest way to make sure it doesn't interrupt the proceedings and embarrass everybody. So turn it off. If you can't bear to do that front and rear, then please make sure it's in silent, throb, or flight mode. Now, what are we going to do with you today? Well, we are going to move you from being, some of you, graduands to being graduates. And for those with floppy hats, you're going to end up with your doctoral thing, which is all jolly exciting. And I'm going to put it in context. First of all, have a look at this building. In 3 years, have many of you made it up the hill, I wonder? Well, at least you've seen it. This building is reckoned to be one of the finest pieces of medieval architecture anywhere in Europe. And you get to graduate here. You're at a modern, forward-thinking university, been around 20, 25 years. But you are graduating in more pomp and ceremony than I can guarantee my friends in Oxford and Cambridge. And I have two friends who are vice-chancellors, very senior people in universities actually in Cambridge. And they tell me that in Cambridge and Oxford, there's no way this graduation ceremony can be replicated. So you are doing something that is really, really special. And the history of this ceremony goes back to the early days of academia in the United Kingdom, because a chap called Grosseteste, about 800 years ago, he was the Chancellor of Oxford when they were trying to set up a centre of learning, particularly in England. And he was also a career priest, and he was always looking for the next big move, as they did in those days. Nothing's changed. And he was offered the chance to come and become Bishop of Lincoln. Now, as you arrive in Lincoln on whatever transport you have, particularly that single carriage train that brings through from Newark, bounce, 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 you might think, Lincoln? Well, I can tell you something. Back in the day, Lincoln was the top place to go to if you were a go-to priest and you weren't going to Canterbury or to York. So Grosseteste came here, and all the Lincolnshire types said, hey, we're going to get that brilliant education stuff. We'll be made for life. We had to wait. We waited nearly 800 years. But the wait has been worth it because you are about to graduate in this magnificent setting in a very simple and straightforward ceremony that I'm going to take you through. The first thing I need to check is that your equipment is all in the right place. Those wonderful robing chaps have managed to make sure that your mortarboard or floppy hat's in the right place. And there's a little dangly thing here, the tassel. Please, for the sake of safety and the demonstration I'm about to give you, make sure it's on the left-hand side. Because in order, it's easy if you've got a doctoral thing, it stays there. So that's the thing to aim for. Get a doctoral thing and it won't move. No, let's go back to where I was. In the old days, Grosseteste would have been sitting here, or the Chancellor, and you would have been led forward, and you would kneel in front of the Chancellor, who would be given a vellum scroll, and they would strike you across the head. Sometimes, as a lecturer in the School of Journalism, on a damp Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock, perhaps striking some of my colleagues across the head might have knocked a bit of sense into them, or at least woken them up. We're apparently not allowed to do it like that now, so we have come up with a much more seemly and dignified way of doing the graduation. But you need to do a couple of things. The first thing is you need to learn the Lincoln Doff. The Lincoln Doff is a way of you saying hello, sort of, in a Latinish sort of way, to the person who is sitting here, Mr. Hayden Biddle. He is our Pro-Chancellor today, the most important person that you need to keep your eyes on, because he's the last person in the procession. He sits there, and he sits behind the mace. You can't mistake it. Big thing there, okay? So, what you have to do is you have to doff to him. The doff is very simple. Are you watching? Yes. It's very simply, touch the side of your board and down. Shall we practice that? Yes, Andrew, we are going to practice that. Are you ready? On a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Up, down. That actually, I have to say, of the 4 ceremonies so far, is not bad, but I think you can be a bit crisper. Shall we do it again? 1, 2, 3. Up, down. Very good. So, well, you see, that's the easy bit. The next bit requires you to do some walking, which on some of the heels I've noticed might be a bit of a challenge. First of all, you need to say hello to our team of ushers. Okay? They are, not that enthusiastic. They'll want paying next. What is very important is you're sitting in the right place and they will get you out in the right order. So, and you two need to concentrate very clearly because they'll watch you. If you get it wrong, everybody else does. So you're taken row by row and you're brought round to here. Now, it doesn't matter whether you forget what I'm telling you now, because I can guarantee there is one part of your body that will react instinctively, and I'll show you why. You're brought round here, and there's a person here who will read your name and your degree out, and it will ring round the cathedral. So, Andrew David, Bachelor of Arts, University of the World. At which point, you see there's a massive round of applause, whooping, and your legs go, hey, let's get you on for this. Yay! Can I suggest that you don't do that? That what you actually do, especially you two, is you aim for the corner of the stage. There's a bit of greenery here, okay? You aim for that. You turn smartly, looking at Hayden, who's smiling back at you, and that's where you doff. Okay? So far, so good. You've only got to get across the stage. The next bit is relatively simple. Standing here will be our Pro-Vice-Chancellor of the day, Sue Rigby. The clue is she will have a hand stretched out and smiling. So no matter what else goes wrong, just aim for the hand. Be very careful that you don't suddenly think, hello, get my best side. You will be ticked off sharply, okay? So you shake hands with Sue, and then you're nearly there. All you've got to do is to aim for the platform, and you go down there, and you pick up your certificate right there. I'm now going to do it in real time. So you're brought out, You're round here. Your name is read out. You've moved smartly on, smiling at the crowd. To here, and you doff to the Hayden, hand out, shake hands with Sue, and then off you go. And that is how we graduate here at Lincoln. They're still terrified on the front row. They go, what did you do? No, don't worry. Do it instinctively. You'll be fine. You've all worked extremely hard. You found that bizarre time in the morning between 2 and 4, yeah? You've also struggled and overcome that menace called Blackboard. Yes, you deserve this moment because you've worked so hard for it, and we're delighted that you are in such a wonderful setting. There's one thing I haven't told you. At the very end of this ceremony, when the academics go out, the Chancellor will ask you to join the procession. And I can guarantee, as you walk down through the doors and up into the castle, the sensation of walking through your friends will be absolutely fantastic. With that wonderful smiles on their faces and the cheering and the applause. You will never forget that. Once you're up at the castle, lots of things going on up there, particularly the alumni team who'd love to get details from you as to how we can keep in contact with you and you can tell us all the magnificent things you do. You've worked hard for this. Enjoy your afternoon, and whatever it is you're planning or are already doing for the rest of your lives, can I wish you all the very best of luck. Bye-bye.
Please be seated for the Pro-Chancellor of the University of Lincoln.
It is my great pleasure and privilege as Pro-Chancellor of the University of Lincoln to welcome you all to this graduation ceremony. Welcome first to all our guests, here to celebrate the achievements of your children, grandchildren, family, and friends. Welcome to the friends of the university, whose steady support over the years has helped to build its success. Welcome to my colleagues, the staff of the university, through whose efforts the university is what it is today. And finally, and particularly, welcome to our students, our graduates, for whom this ceremony marks the culmination of years of hard work and study, and we hope a little fun too. This is a very special occasion for us all, as we come together to recognize and celebrate your work and achievements. I hope you enjoy the ceremony and remember it always with immense pride and profound satisfaction.
The Reverend Canon Tim Thompson will offer congregation his welcome on behalf of the Dean and Chapter.
I'd like to begin by just welcoming everyone to our service today and saying it's nice to have you with us for this graduation ceremony. Lincoln Cathedral has been a holy place, a holy space, for something like 1,000 years, not always quite in the form that it is now, but more or less on this space. So it seems appropriate today that we should honour that fact with a prayer for all of us. So let us pray. Almighty God, grant to all students, teachers, to love that which is worth loving, to know that which is worth knowing, to praise that which pleases you most, to esteem that which is most precious to you, and to dislike that which is evil in your eyes. Grant that with true judgment we may distinguish between things that differ, and above all may search out and do what is well-pleasing to you. Amen.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor of the University of Lincoln, Professor Sue Rigby, will address congregation.
Graduands, friends, family, staff and honoured guests, Pro-Chancellor, welcome. Thanks to the chapter for their support of the university, for allowing us to celebrate our graduations here. It's 1,000 years of history, and today your story, your narrative is added to that tapestry. It's a very special and privileged position. It's a very special day for all of us, but particularly, of course, for you, our graduates, and we are thrilled to celebrate this day with you. We're also deeply sad to say goodbye. This is a great day. It's a day of sadness and a day of joy. We will miss you deeply. It's a special day but not solemn, so please feel free to clap and cheer, whoop, as my Vice-Chancellor would say. If you could resist the urge to take selfies on stage, I would be personally grateful. Also, it's just possible you feel nervous. Well done. Good lie there. Don't be. Just relax and enjoy the moment. It will be over so quickly. The ushers will make absolutely sure that you do what's required at the right moment. So for most of us, our degree is a singular achievement, but it's attained within a broad community of support, without which our success might well be impossible. That support is partly from our family and our friends, our social networks, our academic and professional colleagues at the university. So what I'd like to ask you to do in a moment to thank the supporters at the back of the cathedral is to stand up, turn around and give them a round of applause. Are you okay with that? So, up you come. Round you go. Big round of applause. Well done. I'm sure also that you'd wish to join me in thanking those staff on the platform, but particularly those staff unable to come, professional and academic, who've helped you with your studies. It means a great deal to us that you succeed, but we put a lot of work into helping you to do so. I'm sure you'd like to join me in thanking the platform academics. So your future is bright through study at Lincoln. We'll see many of you return to us to do further study. Many of you will follow with pride as you begin your careers. To make sure that you get the most out of your degree, our careers service is always open to you for advice and support. We are all available to help you in any way that we can as you move from being an undergraduate into the world of work. You're always welcome here. You are always a part of our family. We look forward to hearing about your future journey, just as much as we've enjoyed taking part in your progress to this award of a degree today. And as you know, your degree is about so much more than just knowing things or knowing about things. It's given you ways of thinking, of being analytical and critical, but also constructive and imaginative, rigorous but joyful in the deep exploration of your discipline. These ways of thinking are part of you now, and they'll grow with you going forward. They give you a way to change the world, and we look forward to you going out and doing exactly that. Settle for no less in these turbulent times than to make a difference. So just a word about the university from which you're graduating. I think it's one of which you can be and will be very proud. We are young and ambitious. I think this may be the year when we are the same age as most of you. And beginning to fulfill our early promise. We were awarded a gold level in the recent Teaching Excellence Framework, making us part of an emerging teaching elite amongst UK universities. And the metrics that we submitted for that exercise placed us in the top 10 universities in the country. Our research is growing in volume and impact. Our return for the last Research Excellence Framework was our best ever, and it's already clear that our next return will be better still. In the College of Arts, our graduates have moved on to creative careers, including being part of the team creating the new Raymond Briggs cartoon film, Ethel and Ernest. So you must go when that comes out. Our researchers are exploring ways to make art accessible to visually impaired people. They're focusing on housing designs for an ageing population and exploring the development of smart cities in emerging economies. The university has changed the city of Lincoln and is deeply rooted in this place, but with a much wider domain of impact and thought leadership. Our success comes from our people, the permanent staff who work here over many years, and you, our students and graduates, who stay and grow with us for a while and then move on, taking something of the university with you into your futures. So receiving your degree today is an ending but it's also a beginning. It's one of the great transitions of your life. We are very proud to share this time with you. By the authority vested in me by the university, I am pleased to confer upon you all the awards to which you are entitled. Thank you.
Professor Jason Whitaker, Head of School, will now present graduands who are receiving their awards this afternoon.
Pro-Chancellor, I am pleased to present the graduands now receiving research awards from the School of English and Journalism. Degree of Doctor of Philosophy in English, including by practice or publication. For their thesis, The Autobiographical Pact and the Selection of Self in Memoir, Andrew William Palmer. For their thesis, Heroes and Enemies, American Second World War Comics and Propaganda, Andrew Joshua Kerr. Pro-Chancellor, I am pleased to present the graduands now receiving postgraduate awards from the School of English and Journalism. Degree of Master of Arts in Creative Writing. Juan José Carrillo Chacon. Pro-Chancellor, I am pleased to present the graduands now receiving first awards from the School of English and Journalism. Honours degree of Bachelor of Arts in English. Thomas Aldred. Stephanie Rachel Ball. Daniel Beach. Becky Bolden. Amelia Booth. Helena Brearley. Alex Harrison Brent. Sarah Louise Bryant. Liam Ashton Casey. Douglas Claxon. Rebecca Coddington. Bethany Krask. Lauren Cunningham. Holly Dingwall. Jack Ducey. Alex James Earl. Kaylee Jade Ennis. Edorian Essian. Emily Jane Evans. Thomas Evans. Catherine Fairburn. Abigail Grace Fairley. Connor Faulkner. Abigail Louise Fayers. Bethany Lauren Garnish. Katie Goodall. Gwendolyn Eve Good. Charlie Gautieri. Catherine Margaret Hackett. Emma Hankinson. Katie Hanna. Ashley Harrison. Matthew Harrison. Bronwyn Alexandra Hawkins. Daniel James Heron. Abigail Lee Hood. Shannon Karatnaratne. Bryony Rose Keep. Shanna Lim. Hannah Lismore. Constance Esther Lucan. Shaylee Mackenzie. Jennifer Metcalf. Oscar Douglas Mennell. Joshua Stewart Milner. Katie Celeste Mullen. Grace Mullen. Brogan Elizabeth Mumby. Claire Louise Ann Murphy. Ben Newman. Lucy North. Dorcas Olawoyo. Ronan O'Sullivan. Rebecca Phillips. Patrick Plunkett. Charles Price. Sayera Yasmin Rahman. Emily Redman. Holly Jordan Reddish. Samuel Joseph Renew. Emily Catherine Rice. Jessica Naomi Robb. Melissa Robinson. Gabriella Skutz. Harpreet Sidhu. Grace Simpkins. Elizabeth Simpson. Chloe Smith. Alice Stringer. Rebecca Stringer. Nicole Louise Swaby. Laura Ann Taylor. Chloe Rachel Thompson. Thomas Luke Walker. Charlie Watkins. Emma Watson. Eleanor Sean Watts. Jim Woods. Emily York. Honours degree of Bachelor of Arts in English and History Studies. Kimberly Louise Austin. Helen Claire Barley. Shelley Jane Bowdley. Claire Boyd. Dion Charlotte Carosielli. Samantha Dale. Bridie Louise Dean. Emma Jane Eastwood. Mark David Keaton. Paul McCormick. Claire Milburn. Robin Fay Murray. Stephanie Parkinson. Robert James Pretzwell. Hannah Louise Reagan Goulding. Claire Laura Robinson. Catherine Mary Spence. Kevin Thompson. Charlotte Wardby. Honours degree of Bachelor of Arts in Journalism. Danny Adamson. Catherine Anderton. Natasha Jane Armstrong. Holly Avants. Robin Barlow. Michael Barwise. Sophie Louisa B. Emily Hannah Braybrook. Emma Calder. Laura Callahan. Michelle Carroll. Alexander Crawford. Christina Curtis. Elliot Dalton. Evie Daly. Matthew Dixon. Amy Dobson. Neil Few. Jane Gadsby. Rachel Gascoigne. Samuel Gilbert. Georgina Alice Gillard. William Hay Green. Janine Alexa Harding. Naomi Harvey. Robert Henderson. Danielle Ho. Natasha Artem Bork. Daniel William Jefferson. Jared Johnson. Samuel William Keneally. Daniel Kahn. Rebecca Lancashire. Rosie Lintott. Bethan Ann Lucas. Caitlin Live. Emily Hannah Mann. Rebecca Marrow. Molly McAlevey. Catherine Bridget McAndrew. Lauren Mulcahy. Zhenya Nikolova. Olivia Jane Peace. Liam James Phillips. Bethany Pridding. Aaron Renfrey. Andrew Shaw. Matthew Thomas Slater. Elliot Spurgeon. Harriet Stevenson. Joshua David Craddock Stoneham. Elise Joanna Daisy Tell. Elizabeth Wannell. Jessica Joy Ward. Samuel Webster. Bethany White. Alice Wood. Honours degree of Bachelor of Arts in Journalism and Public Relations. Alistair John Berry. Padaishi Chingong. Mantik Lamb. Alexandra Lazar. Callie Sowerby. Chloe Cherise Wood. Honours degree of Bachelor of Arts in Public Relations, Lauren Emma Allen. Amy Jane Ashby. Rebecca Gleave. Tampan Look. Daniel McKay. Evelyn Prescott. Jack Redman. Imogen Rushmer. Elisha Thomas. Kim Whitty. That concludes the first part of the presentation of awards.
We call upon Professor Toby Wilkinson, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, to introduce to the congregation Honorary Graduate Deborah Bull, who is today receiving the award of Doctor of Arts Honoris Causa. Pro-Chancellor, honoured guests, graduates and graduands, I'm pleased to present to congregation Deborah Bull, on whom the University has agreed to confer the award of Doctor of Arts Honoris Causa. Deborah has excelled in no less than 4 different careers: as a dancer with the Royal Ballet, as creative director of the Royal Opera House, as a speaker, writer and presenter on the arts, and for the last 5 years in higher education. She is currently Assistant Principal at King's College London and provides leadership across the institution to extend its partnerships with the cultural sector. In this role, she has established King's as a world leader in cultural engagement, developing partnerships with a wide range of artists and cultural organisations. Deborah grew up in Lincolnshire and studied dance from the age of 7, first locally and then on the recommendation of her teacher at the Royal Ballet School. Speaking about her determination to succeed from an early age, she has said, "It was never, I want to be a dancer, it was, I'm going to be." This determination paid off. In 1980, Deborah won the Prix de Lausanne, the prestigious international ballet competition. She joined the Royal Ballet in 1981 after touring with the company as a student during the previous summer. She was promoted through the ranks and became a principal in 1992. During her 20 years with the Royal Ballet, Deborah toured the world and danced a wide range of work throughout the repertoire, including the leading roles in many of the classics, notably Swan Lake and The Sleeping Beauty. In 1996, she was named Dancer of the Year by both the Sunday Express and the Independent on Sunday, who praised her work both on and off the stage. During her penultimate season with the Royal Ballet in 1999, Deborah founded the Artists Development Initiative, ADI, at the Royal Opera House, a programme designed to open up the resources and expertise within the theatre to small-scale companies and independent artists. Over its first 2 years, ADI worked with over 250 artists from outside the Royal Opera House and facilitated collaborations across art forms and between independent choreographers and classical dancers. In 2002, Deborah retired from the Royal Ballet and embarked on a second career in arts leadership, taking up a new position at the Royal Opera House as Creative Director of ROH2, where she devised and implemented strategies for developing new art, new artists and new audiences, and establishing ROH2 and the Linbury Studio Theatre as a locus for innovation, risk, creativity and collaboration. Over the course of the next decade, ROH2's award-winning programme attracted audiences of over 250,000 to the Royal Opera House, with 250 new productions and 66 world premieres. Structured development programmes for associate artists in opera and dance, the groundbreaking annual Deloitte Ignite Festival, and performances around the country. In 2008, Deborah was appointed Creative Director of the Royal Opera House. She led its Olympic programming in 2012, producing a gala performance for the International Olympic Committee's opening ceremony. In the third phase of her career, Deborah moved into higher education and joined King's College London in 2012 to provide leadership across the university to extend and enrich its partnerships with the cultural sector. She works to offer new opportunities to academics and students while delivering benefits to the cultural sector. She leads the culture teams as well as Science Gallery London, a new space that will bring together science and art to drive innovation and discovery. In 2015, she took on a new role as Assistant Principal London, providing leadership for the university's engagement with the capital, maximising the potential of King's location in the heart of the city to create new opportunities for King's and the communities around it. Alongside all these activities, Deborah has also developed a successful career as a writer and commentator on the arts. Speaking engagements have included the Royal Institution and the World Economic Forum in Davos, where she spoke about the impact of the arts on key global issues such as health and well-being, security, the economy, and ageing. As a writer, Deborah has published 4 books and has contributed articles to The Times, The Telegraph, Sunday Times, Sunday Telegraph, New Statesman, and Spectator, to name but a few. Deborah's television programmes include Travels with My Tutu, a 4-part series in which she explored breakdance, jive, belly dance, and tango, and an award-winning series for BBC Two, The Dancer's Body. Last but not least, Deborah has also made outstanding contributions to public service as a member of Arts Council England, a governor of the BBC, and a member of the boards of the South Bank Centre and Random Dance. In 2010, she was a judge for the Man Booker Prize. In 2012, she was appointed to the governing body of the Arts and Humanities Research Council, and 3 years later, to the role of Vice President Cultural Development at the British Science Association. Deborah is a patron of the National Osteoporosis Society, Foundation for Community Dance and Escape Artists. She sits on the board of the Prix de Lausanne and is Honorary President of Voices of British Ballet. In the 1998 Queen's Birthday Honours, Deborah was made a Commander of the Order of the British Empire for services to dance. Pro-Chancellor, in the context of these outstanding achievements, I call upon you to confer on Deborah Bull the award of Doctor of Arts honoris causa and to admit her among us.
You do the food first. By the authority vested in me by the University, I am pleased to confer upon you the award of Doctor of Arts honoris causa and welcome you amongst us. Congratulations. It's now my great pleasure to ask our honoured guest to address us.
Pro-Chancellor, Deputy Vice-Chancellors, members of faculty, families, and of course the stars of today's performance, students, I'm honoured to accept this award today. I'm very grateful to Professor Wilkinson for his generous citation. But I'm particularly pleased to share the day with you, this year's graduating students. This ceremony is a landmark on the journey between your years of study and the future that those years will make possible. It's an affirmation of your hard work, the hard work of your teachers. It's an affirmation of the belief of all those people at the back who've supported you. And it's an affirmation of this university and everything it stands for. A university's reputation is built on the success of its students, and today you join a roster of alumni that includes actors, engineers, broadcasters, artists, journalists, politicians, and one of my nephews. I have no doubt that some of you will make your own distinctive mark on history, but I also know that each of you has the potential to make a difference to your families, your colleagues, your communities, and to society more broadly. And as graduates in history, heritage, English, and journalism, you may have a special contribution to make. In today's complex world, we urgently need people who can help us take the learnings of the past and apply them to a better future. We urgently need people who can use language to challenge and inspire, people who can communicate between different cultures and beliefs, people who can remain impartial and honest at a time when it's ever harder to know which voices we can trust. Now, it's conventional at these events for the speaker to offer some wisdom to the graduating students, but with my rather unconventional career, it's tricky to know exactly what you might find useful. And it's never easy dispensing advice down the decades. Times change, and your working life will be very different from mine. But in the belief that while times change, human nature, our fears, and our hopes perhaps don't change so much, let me share a few years from 30 years down the track. A few thoughts from 30 years down the track. Things I wish I'd been told when I was at your stage, and things I've learned along the way. First of all, there are no prizes for sticking to the well-trodden path. Now, that may not be news to you, but as a dancer, that came as a huge shock to me. I well remember my sense of profound disappointment when I realized I'd been misled into believing that if I stuck to the rules, I'd be all right. It turned out that choreographers were looking for artists who were not afraid to break the rules. And this holds true more broadly. Business, industry, the arts are all looking for those people who question the status quo, people who aren't scared to challenge and defy convention, people who can imagine the impossible and then make it happen. So never forget, everything you've learned so far, as valuable as it is simply a springboard to something new. Knowledge is not a straitjacket, it's a pair of wings. Secondly, make a friend of failure. Failure can be painful, it can be humiliating, but it's also the best teacher you will ever have. Examine each failure, identify what you might have done differently, what you could have done differently, and what you can't control. This is more than just a philosophical point, it's a neurological fact. Failure is the way our brains learn new skills, and if you don't fail from time to time, you're probably not trying hard enough. To quote Samuel Beckett, try again, fail better. And finally, be curious, be creative, and be brave. The world of work is changing at an unprecedented pace. The top 10 in-demand jobs in 2014 didn't exist in 2004. And according to the World Economic Forum, 65% of school children today will earn their living in jobs that don't currently exist. You may need to imagine and then create the jobs that you will fulfill. It's certainly been my experience, and if I hadn't had the courage to step into the unknown, my career may well have ended when the curtain fell on my final performance at the Royal Opera House. So I urge you, push at every door that opens. Follow up on every conversation you find interesting. Explore every idea that fires you up, because you never know where they might lead. I have no doubt that your time here at Lincoln University has given everything you need to do just that, and I wish you every success and happiness in your future careers. Thank you once again for this great honor. Many congratulations to you all, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to share your very special day. Thank you.
Professor Paul Stevenson, Head of School, will continue presenting the graduands who are receiving their awards this afternoon.
Pro-Chancellor, I'm pleased to present the graduands receiving research awards from the School of History and Heritage. Receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in History, including by practice and publication. For her thesis, Devotion and Obedience, a Devotion Moderna Construction of St. Bridget of Sweden in Lincoln Cathedral Chapter Manuscript 114, Sarah Danielle Medeiros. Pro-Chancellor, I'm pleased to present the graduands receiving postgraduate awards from the School of History and Heritage. Receiving the degree of Master of Arts in the Conservation of Historic Objects, Helen Catherine Pedder. Celeste Anjo Sturgeon. The Graduate Diploma in Conservation Studies, Anne Caroline Atkinson. Holly Cook. Craig Craw. Harriet Dixon. Graham John Gardner. Erica Lumley. Pro-Chancellor, I am pleased to present the graduands receiving first awards from the School of History and Heritage. Honours degree of Bachelor of Arts in Conservation and Restoration. Lillian May Alksnes. Melanie Louise Anderson. Wendy Melanie Bislager. William Bratley. Kiri Louise Douglas. Mary Evans. Eleanor Jane Griffith. Beth Victoria Hamilton. Kirsten Hooton. Ada Kokot. Emma Ruth Marshall. Lewis Monkley. Anna Rolfe. Naomi Rubenstein. Leanne van der Dusen. Jie Zheng. Sahira Zilonka. Honours degree of Bachelor of Arts in History. Daniel Philip Amos. Danielle Elizabeth Appleton. Sam Baldwin. Christopher Peter Barnes. Hannah Barnes. Kieran Thomas Henry Bates. Lauren Rose Bird. Adam Bishop. Aaron Bolton. Joe Brassington. Connor Broughton. Luke Isaac Brown. Sarah Leanne Brown. Sophie Brown. Bradley Burgess. Laurie Alice Butt. Lily Cato. Alistair John Codling. Matthew Colgrave. Melissa Commons. Laura Haley Croft. Daniel Cummings. Matthew Joseph Curtis. Connor Day. Elizabeth Dennison Ward. Mert Doldur. Alexander Eardley Scott. Jessica Farrer. Owen Thomas Firth. Victoria Geddes. Sergio Germano. Thomas Goodchild. Thomas Goodman. Ellie Gray. Elliot Jake Haig. Billy Halliwell. William Harris. Bethany Grace Harrow. Daniel Harvey. Angharad Height. Annabelle Ruby Hill. Alexander John Holford. Ria Adelaide Hughes. Tara Hulbert. Joseph Jennings. Harry Johnson. Nia Ma Jones. Tobias Kirk. James Landers. Thurston Andre Leeds. Sophie Lingard. Kate Lodeman. Jessica Eve Maris. Victoria May Martin. Lee Mays. Mary Frances Mackay. Anita Mistry. Daniel Mitchell. Joseph Nicholas Moorcroft. Bethany Sarah Morris. Dominic Munson. Oliver George Nash. Alice Neal. Lisa Rose Pagliarini. Lara Christine Palmiero. Rebecca Ellen Pantelli. Emma Parkinson. Gemma Pennington. Jack David Poulter. Jamie Powell. George Pratt. Bethany Reed. Matthew Charles Reginald Reeve. Patrick Richardson. Holly Jane Roberts. Jasmine Rock. Hazel Sadler. Edward Sanderson. Elliot David John Schofield. Ross Denham Scott. Fern Selby Pergavi. Farhan Shipway. Isla Sleeth. Isaac Smith. Stephanie Joanne Smith. Connor Spicer. Nicholas Stacey. Alice Audrey Startup. Alexander Stopp. Billy Storer. Craig Such. Kaya Taylor. Thomas Taylor. Emma Denise Tinworth. Rebecca Louise Trod. Catherine Turner. Heather Megan Umpleby. Chloe Jessica Unsworth. James Matthew Urey. Hannah Lauren Vaughan. Rachel Louise Vella. Andrew Wainwright. Poppy Elise Wall. Alistair James Watson. Katie Louise Whittington. Thomas Wise. Melissa Hay Ching Wong. Receiving a Diploma of Higher Education in History, Gail Ann Patricia Warren. That concludes the presentation of awards this afternoon.
We now invite Isaac Smith to say a few words on behalf of those graduating this afternoon.
Pro-Chancellor, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, fellow graduates, family and friends, good afternoon. It's so wonderful to see so many of you in attendance, despite the awful weather we've been having today. I feel hugely honoured and privileged to have been invited to give the vote of thanks on behalf of my fellow graduates in attendance and for those unable to attend for this afternoon's ceremony. If I may first address my peers. Today's proceedings will hold their own significance for each of us individually, but collectively I can confidently say that they represent a celebration of friendship and exceptional academic achievement. For the best part of 3 years, we have spent our time soaking up the rich and contrasting culture that Lincoln has to offer, often in awe of the historical heart of the city that we celebrate in today, looming over the exponential modernisation below. Together we have worked, partied, debated, laughed and stressed our way through cycles of assessments, creating an endless number of memories that will stay with us for a lifetime. Most importantly, I believe that our time spent at the University of Lincoln will be defined by succeeding the transitionary challenge into adulthood, all of us now ready to persevere and prosper in competitive society. And I wish you all the very best of luck in your future endeavours to come. With these reflections and hopes for the future, it's vital that we remember to show gratitude during this celebratory ceremony for those who have helped us along the way. The university experience is exciting and engaging, but packing up life as you know it and moving away from home can be tough and daunting at times. To all the operational and support staff at the University of Lincoln, a massive thank you for championing student welfare and well-being. To the tutors and supporting facility staff, a huge thank you for your unwavering dedication to our academic development and for sharing your passion for the field. It will not be forgotten. Finally, to our family and friends, without your love and support, the challenge of attaining a degree would have been certainly steeper. I hope you very much enjoy the rest of your day and celebrate into the night. Pro-Chancellor, on behalf of my student peers, it is my pleasure to offer you and your staff the vote of thanks, which holds with it our appreciation for the excellent service provided by the University of Lincoln. We look forward to watching the institution grow in the coming years. Encapsulating 3 years of university life into a few words is a tall task, but I will leave you all to reflect as I have on the words of Alan Alda, American screenwriter and author. You have to leave the city of your comfort and go into the wilderness of your intuition. You can't get there by bus, only by hard work and risk, and by not quite knowing what you're doing. But what you'll discover will be wonderful. What you'll discover will be yourself. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2017. Celebrate today, recover tomorrow, work hard the day after. Thank you.
Well played, Isaac. Thank you very much. So our ceremony is now drawing to its close. Our thanks go to our guests for the support they have given to the university and its students over the years. We hope you will continue to be in touch. We also hope that you, our graduates, will keep in touch through the alumni network, not only with each other, but also with your university, and watch its future progress with pride as we will watch yours. As graduates, I invite you to take your rightful places in the academic procession as we move from the cathedral across to the castle grounds, where the alumni celebration reception has been prepared for everyone here. All that now remains is for me to express the university's warmest best wishes to you in the words of an old Celtic blessing. May the road rise up before you. May the wind be ever at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. May the rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may your God hold you in the hollow of his hand. My congratulations to all of you. Well done.
Our ceremony is now concluded. The academic procession will leave the platform and make its way through the great west door and across Castle Square. As it passes, our new graduates will themselves take their places in the procession and leave the cathedral. As they do so, please stay in your places and give them a final round of applause before you join them in the castle grounds. Please all rise for the full academic procession.